as normal people, which, as you can see, is difficult,
Yeah.
and plant them in different places in London, and so that you wouldn't be able to discern. You might be sitting on a bench, and 7 men would gather around you, all dressed normally, maybe in suits like your good self, and start to discuss the assassination of Caesar the next day, trying to convince one of them to join them, and looking at you too and thinking,
So
well...
it's a wonderfully mad idea.
Yeah, so it would be very intimate and hopefully very real.
And you're going to be giving a Shakespearean speech as part, I think, of either the opening or closing ceremonies.
Andrew, you're getting me in trouble. I can't say anything about it.
You're not allowed to say anything about it.
No, I can't.
But what about being part of the Olympics thing? Because some people said it's all a kind of, it's Pepsi Cola, and it probably isn't Pepsi Cola. Whoever's sponsoring it, McDonald's and so on. It's a big corporate thing. But you're okay with it?
No, I'm not. I think it's a great pity that the corporations are able to buy such a platform for themselves and present themselves, in the case of BP, as somehow part of Team England. They're not part of Team England. They may have worked here for 100 years, but they're part of the board of that organisation, and all they're interested in is making money at the cost of indigenous people and at the cost of the environment. So why they should be able to present themselves as somehow the host of these games to the rest of the world and to us, I think it's not right. So I think it's time that some better lines were drawn.
Yes.
After all, a tobacco company would not be accepted as a sponsor for the Olympics, I don't think. Hopefully an arms company wouldn't be accepted. So I think a proper discussion about where that ethical line is, as it does exist, in relation to the environment and in relation to obesity in the case of McDonald's. I mean, what's that, seeing McDonald's behind these wonderful athletes, and therefore us thinking that there's some connection between eating all that sugar and being an athlete like this?
Because your notion of your ideas about Britishness and Englishness are somewhat rebellious, aren't they? I mean, the Rooster Byron character that you inhabited for so long, you're talking about a notion of the country that is a stroppy, difficult, questioning country, is not a smooth corporate place at all.
No, I think that's the great blessing of the country, that it's always had a very wild nature and a questioning nature. And hence the poetry and the songs and the plays and the books are admired and enjoyed.